So today we're going to be reviewing the Bamboo app, which allows easy investment into cryptocurrencies. Now, I've been using this app for about 6 months now, and my experience has been generally pretty good. If you guys are new here, my name is Faizy. This channel is about finance and investing. Before we begin, as usual, this video is not financial advice. Cryptocurrency is very risky, it's very volatile, so only invest what you're willing to lose. Let's jump into it. Now, the easiest way to describe Bamboo is that it is kind of like Raiz, but for cryptocurrency, right? So with Raiz, you've got features like auto top up, you've got roundups and direct debits and things like that. And these features are included in Bamboo as well. And you can pretty much set these up and invest into cryptocurrency. Now we're also going to jump into the app itself, so stay tuned for that. So jumping into the website for Bamboo, this is pretty much an investment app that links to your bank account. And then you can pretty much set up your micro investments from that bank account. And you can pretty much invest into Bitcoin, Ethereum, gold, and silver. And that is pretty much it. These are the only, 4 assets that you can buy, just the top 2 cryptocurrencies and gold and silver. And this is kind of one of the biggest limitations of the app itself. It is pretty limited in terms of, what you can buy. It's only really those 4 assets. You can't really buy any other cryptocurrencies that are out there at the moment, which kind of sucks. Because ideally you do want to invest in other cryptocurrencies apart from the 2 biggest ones and dollar cost average into those currencies as well. And if you're watching this video, chances are you're not going to invest in gold or silver. So, those 2 those 2 metals are not really relevant for me anyways. But just in case, if you are looking to invest in gold, check out this video right here. This video kind of outlines why gold may be worth investing into. Check it out, link in description as well. Now, one thing I will agree on though is the fact that the sign-up process is very, very simple. It's so straightforward. Investing into cryptocurrency as a beginner may be a bit daunting and you may not know where to start, but the actual process when it comes to, downloading the app, signing up, it is so simple. A beginner can actually do it. And according to these guys, it takes about 90 seconds to sign up. So pretty much how it works is starting off with step 1. Obviously, you create your Bamboo account. You have to download the app itself. You can't do it online. It is not for desktop. It is mobile only. So make sure you download the app on Google Play or the Apple Store. So once you download that, you pretty much enter in your phone number, your email, your full name, etc., etc. And then the second step is to actually link your Bamboo account with your bank account. Now, this is where you might start to have some doubts because you actually have to enter in your internet banking logins, like your username and then your password as well into Bamboo's app. So Bamboo can connect with your bank account. And the reason they do that is because then Bamboo can start off the direct debits, they can start off the roundups feature, and that is the only kind of way to do it. Now, they are promising a lot of security when it comes to this sort of stuff, and the sign-up process when it comes to linking your bank account to the app is very similar to another budgeting app, which is pretty popular, which is WeMoney. They have the similar process where you log into your actual bank account through WeMoney's portal, and that kind of links your bank account to their app. Now, in case you're a bit worried about how this all works together, they have a full dedicated page when it comes to security at this top, tab right here. And they pretty much talk about how there is a closed loop banking system. It's very secure. All your information is, very well encrypted. Bamboo has other security features as well, like Face ID, biometric logins, so pretty much your fingerprint logins as well. And when it comes to the actual cryptocurrency that you buy, that is held in custody with Fireblocks, as you can see, and they do regular testing to make sure that those systems can be as secure as possible. So make sure you do check out this page. It does have some really important information. It does have a lot of technical jargon, a lot of cybersecurity jargon that you may not know. So make sure you do ask them the question as to what it all means together, and they can definitely explain to you what it means, so you can be absolutely sure that this process is secure. For me personally, I haven't had any issues. There's no issues that happened. So for me, it's been fairly good. And then the third process when it comes to signing up is choosing your portfolio mix. And as we spoke about before, you have 4 assets that you can buy: Bitcoin, Ethereum, gold, and silver. And you can pretty much select which kind of allocation that you want towards each sort of asset. So we'll have a look at this in just a second when we open up the app. Now, one thing that I found super interesting is the fact that if you just go on their homepage and you just scroll down just a little bit, as you can see, what they've said is Bamboo is the savings app that's so simple anyone can use it. Now, they're calling this a savings app, which is something that I feel like is not very accurate. I pretty much have an issue with this sort of language because this is by no means a savings app, in my opinion. When you invest with Bamboo, you're pretty much investing in, volatile assets like, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and, gold and silver to some extent as well. So it's not really, you're not really saving your money. You're pretty much investing it. So I don't think that is the most accurate description of this app. I guess the app itself does have some features that help people save, like the roundup feature where, if you spend $3.50 for a coffee, it rounds it up to say $4, so that extra 50 cents gets invested into crypto. So in that aspect is, a savings aspect, but the actual app itself, it's not really meant for saving, it's meant for investing for the long term in, crypto and metals. So yeah, I think I have an issue with that. Let me know what you think. Maybe I'm just being a bit too nitpicky here, but I think it's very important that they do get the wording right because it is not a savings app in my opinion. All right, that is enough about the website. Let's jump into the actual app and see what it's all about. Now, once it actually, finishes loading, as we can see, this is the dashboard screen. As you can see, there's a lot of, stuff going on. So let's actually dissect this one by one. So top left, you've got a very nice hello message, just hello Faisy. And then at the top left, you've got the portfolio value, which is the overall value of my crypto holdings at the moment. It is 1900. A few weeks ago, it was about 2K, but now obviously it's gone down because of, fluctuations and whatnot. So it is what it is. Looking at the performance, it is 575 at the moment. And that is pretty much the actual capital gains that I've got investing into, Bitcoin and Ethereum over the past kind of 13 weeks or so that I've been using this app for. So it's pretty good to see, that is a return of, I think, somewhere around, say, 30% just on that figure. So it's pretty decent. And looking at the second section, you've got the roundups meter, which is sitting at $45.77. Now, this is pretty much a roundups feature that I spoke about earlier where, the more you kind of spend on your bank account, it pretty much rounds it up to the nearest kind of figure, and you can choose which figure to actually round it up to, and that'll be used to invest into cryptocurrency. Now, for me, I don't really use this feature too much. As you can see, there's only 19 transactions at the moment. So, I've got $49 left until the actual deposit. So I don't really use that feature too much. So that's that. You can use that if you want. And then the second section is the direct debits that I've set up at the moment. So as you can see, I am transferring about $99 per fortnight into Bamboo. And the next deposit is going to be on December 1st, which pretty much syncs up with my pay because I do get paid fortnightly. So it's very good where the pay goes in and the money gets automatically transferred into Bamboo and gets invested into, crypto of my choosing. This is pretty much the dashboard screen in a nutshell. It pretty much gives you a snapshot as to what's going on with your portfolio. But at the top right, you can see there is a red present icon. And once we click on this, you can pretty much see that this is kind of a referral system where if you do refer a mate and once they sign up, you and your mate can get a $10 worth of, AUD just for signing up once you kind of, verify everything and get started. Now, at the moment, I haven't actually referred anyone, but if you are interested, check this out. There's a link in the description to sign up. If you're, interested and if you're convinced with this app, this will be pretty good to get started, and you and I can both benefit from this if you want. And you can really see that once you actually invite 10 or more people, you will get a secret gift. I have no idea what this is all about, but if you do get there, let me know what the actual secret gift is. I'll be interested to know. And this is a very good time to point out that this video is not sponsored or paid. Nobody's paying me to make this video. The only payment that I'll get is if you sign up with this link and, sign up, and I'll get that money of $10 and you'll get $10 as well. Very transparent. Now, going back to the dashboard screen and going on to the second tab down the bottom, this is the portfolio tab. Now, this gives you a much more in-depth view as to which of your assets are performing the most, what the gains are, what the losses are. And once again, you can see the performance and the portfolio is the same as we looked at before. And we can also refresh this as well. And this kind of refreshes periodically. And as you can see, it just changed to 560 and 1905. So it's gone down by about $10, which is not good. But as with all these videos, we are investing for the long term, so it doesn't really matter too much. And we can see that Ethereum has given the most return at about $500, where Bitcoin has only given a return of about $40. But of course, the proportion in Ethereum is quite a lot. So that is to be expected. At the bottom of each dollar figure, you can see the percentage of Ethereum and Bitcoin that you own. So right now I own about 0.3% of one Ethereum, and for Bitcoin it is 0.002% of one Bitcoin. So there you go. And then scrolling down, pretty much zero allocation towards silver and gold. Once again, I'm not going to invest in, stuff like that. It's just not what I do. But if you do invest in these precious metals, do let me know why you do it, because I'd be curious to know. Now, once we scroll back up again, you can see there is a blue button which says edit, which I'm going to click on, and I'm going to show you how this actually works. Now, this is where you can pretty much choose your portfolio mix. So if I just click on, crypto at the top, currently you can see mine is on custom. So if I just click on crypto, this pretty much does a 50-50 allocation towards Bitcoin and Ethereum. And if I want to do just, gold as precious metals, this will give me a 100% allocation towards gold. But of course, we're not trying to invest in gold or Bitcoin and Ethereum in equal ways. I'm going to do it in a custom way. So I will click on custom, and this will take me to a different screen when I can really kind of adjust what I really want. So as you guys can see, currently the allocation is 10% towards Bitcoin and 90% towards Ethereum. Now I've done that for my own personal reasons because I do have a lot of allocation towards Bitcoin already. So this is more to kind of balance it out, but you can really choose what you want to do. So let's say I want to allocate 5% towards Bitcoin. I can pretty much click on the minus button right here. Very, very simple. And this will just, make it so where it is 5%. Now, it's not going to let me continue because we do need to fill up the extra 5%. So what I can do as well is, let's say I want to allocate that 5% to gold. I'll pretty much click on add new, and this will allow me to click on gold, and I can pretty much press add asset, and then I can just allocate that 5% to gold. Very, very simple, it's quite easy to use, and they pretty much call it points, where each point is just worth 1%. So it's very easy to do. And once I'm done with that, I can just press save. And from now onwards, when I start to, direct debit, it's going to start investing in this new allocation. Now, checking out the big blue button at the bottom, once we click on that, you've got three options. You've got the top up feature, which pretty much means that, you can add in more money at your discretion. So if you found that the crypto market has gone down quite a bit and you want to invest just a bit more in that period, you can click on top up and pretty much add in whichever money that you want to invest and just go from there. And then recurring top up is what I have right now when I'm transferring, $99 per fortnight. And then of course the withdrawal feature is when you want to obviously take out money from the app. Now this app is obviously not free. They mainly charge for deposits and withdrawals. So as you guys can see, this is the fee structure. It is quite simple. So just to kind of, read it out to you guys, it is $1.50 if you're transferring or withdrawing $100 or less. The fee is $2.50 if you're transferring more than 100 or less than or equal to 250. And then in the third tier, the fee is $4 if you're transferring in more than 250 but less than or equal to 500. And then if it's more than 500, the fee is 0.8%. So you can see there's, tiers for every kind of figure that you're trying to deposit or withdraw. Now this may be a bit confusing, but pretty much what it means is that for each tier that we spoke about, where the fees are $150, $250, $4, for each tier, the higher that you can invest for that upper limit, the lesser the fees are going to be as a percentage. So for example, if you're trying to invest $90 as opposed to investing $10, the $90 fee is going to be less as a percentage than if you just invested, $10. And that's because the fees are fixed for each tier. So the more you can invest for each tier, the lesser the fees are going to be as a percentage. I hope that made sense. Let me know if it didn't. Now, as a percentage, the fees may look quite high because, let's say you're investing the same as me with $99 per fortnight. The fee is going to be $1.50, which is around, 1.5%. And you might be deterred by that, but just keep in mind that $1.50 per fortnight is less than $40 per year. Like people spend that much money in a single day, just, having lunch or having dinner. So it's not that much money in the grand scheme of things. Paying $1.50 to form the habit of regularly investing and dollar cost averaging is a very valuable habit that can really make you a lot of money down the track. So don't really look at it as just a fee. It is much more than that. It actually helps you to get into the rhythm of investing. And the other thing I want to say is that people will store money with a bank account, which the bank charges them, $5 a month, $4 a month, and people, won't bat an eye. They won't really worry about that too much, and they just pretty much accept it. Whereas the actual bank is not really paying them anything in return. The bank may be paying a very measly interest rate of 0.1% per year, where it's very little, and the bank is pretty much, sucking money from you guys, where with stuff like this, the fee is little, but has the potential to actually go up in value as well. So don't let the fees deter you from investing too much. This is the same argument that I made in my Spaceship video, so go check it out, where Spaceship pretty much increased their fees, where they're charging, $2.50 per month for investing. Now, when it comes to the cons of this app, I would say the biggest con of all is the fact that you can only invest in Bitcoin and Ethereum. There are no other cryptocurrency options at the moment, which kind of sucks, especially when you have exchanges like SwiftX, which are offering bundles where you can pretty much create a bundle of cryptocurrencies, and you can pretty much dollar cost average into those cryptocurrencies over time, where, compared to Bamboo, they're not offering that at all. So I'm actually thinking about switching to SwiftX just for that reason and just for that feature. Now, the other thing I want to say is the fact that dollar cost averaging into cryptocurrencies is still, riskier than dollar cost averaging into ETFs, purely because cryptocurrencies is inherently very volatile and it's very new. We don't have too much data on it as well. With the S&P 500, we've got about 60 years worth of data. The companies on there all have to report their financials. It is very, transparent. The cash flows are there. But when it comes to cryptocurrencies, we don't really have too much of that, and they are quite hard to value. This whole DCA strategy is aimed at getting the average price of crypto so you can keep on regularly investing. But the key here is that crypto has to keep on growing for you to make that gain. And we can't really be 100% sure of the fact that these currencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum, that they're going to keep on growing over time. But when it comes to the companies as a comparison, when it comes to the companies in the S&P 500, we can be, reasonably confident that these companies are going to continue to grow in the future. But as a comparison to crypto, we can't really be sure that these currencies are going to keep on growing. So what I will say is that only put in what you're okay to lose. Now, once again, if you are convinced with Bamboo, check the link in the description for $10 for you and me. Now, if you enjoyed this video, check out this video right here. This video explores the top micro investing apps in Australia when it comes to the stock market, with apps like Raiz, Spaceship, and CommSec Pocket. This video will be quite good if you're looking to micro invest for the time being. Check it out. And guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now. Now, once again, if you are interested,